I know, you gotta love it. And I just get on a rant and roll. So here we go. Part 2. When it comes to whole food choices, yes, you can eat real food. You don't have to have supplements. All I'm telling you is that if you want the best results in the shortest amount of time possible, then you need to drink your post-workout shake, and it needs to contain the whey protein isolate and the dextrose and maltodextrin. And that's typically found in supplements in the powder form. The supplement companies do it all for you. I spent years looking at all this stuff, being confused, testing things out. I am a part of ProGrade. I enjoy ProGrade. It's been a reputable part of my life for the past 4 years, and that's the only reason why I talk about it. It's not the only good supplement out there. It's up to you if you want to do the research. Just compare the labels and make the best choice possible. If supplements are not for you, don't worry, you can still eat real food and get results. Just understand that it's not going to be as speedy as the supplements that are out there that help accelerate the recovery process. When it comes to whole food choices, yes, you want to be choosing foods that have a faster digesting protein, things such as milk, yogurt, and kefir. Also, when it comes to carbohydrates, you'll want to be choosing things like honey, fruits, and, well, yeah, like simple carbs like chocolate. Okay, so what does that look like? If you were to make a whole food post-workout meal, what should it look like? Well, number one, if you're going to be using whole foods, then you need to puree it or blend it or do something, because you have to drink it, because that's what's going to deliver it the fastest. If you don't have access to a blender and cannot make a smoothie, then the next best possible choice is just to eat it. And understand that you're still going to be putting stuff into your body. It's just not going to be as delivered as fast, and the recovery's not going to be as fast. Will you get results? Yes, but they might take a little bit longer. So understand that there is this spectrum that you have to play with. Okay, just making that clear. If you want to make your own smoothie, this is what it's going to look like. And I'm talking about a smoothie that's going to be between 300 to 350 calories. And you want it to make sure it has the 2-to-1 carb to protein ratio. So what does that look like? Well, you want to have about 100 calories of protein. That can come from a scoop of whey protein isolate, whey protein, or a whole food protein source. If you're going to do a whole food protein source, milk, yogurt, kefir. Choose one of those, stick it in a blender. Now on top of that, we want to make sure we double the ratio here. So we want to make sure we have at least 200 to 250 calories from fruit. And it doesn't have to all be fruit. That 2 to 250 calories can be a mixture of fruit and honey. Or if you want to throw some chocolate in there, that's fine. Other protein sources, cottage cheese. Forgot about that. You can blend that in there as well. But when it comes to your whole foods, if all you have around you is string cheese and an apple, eat it. The one thing that you do not want to consume right after a workout is a food that is high in fat. Things like almonds and peanut butter, because fat slows the digestion process. Can you still recover and get results by eating something like that? Yes, it will just take longer. And like I said before, everybody wants results yesterday, so why not make the choices that allow our bodies to recover the fastest so we see results in the fastest amount of time possible? Also, I get lots of questions about how in the world do I fit in my post-workout meal? Does it count as one of my meals? It absolutely does, because it contains calories. Let's just say you are consuming 1,500 calories a day. Now, when you go to map out your meals, of those meals, because you're looking at, let's see if I could do this. You're looking at breakfast, and then eating again in another 2 to 3 hours, your snack, lunch, snack, dinner, snack. And let's just say, and this is just typical, this is, you're spreading your calories out throughout these meals. Well, where in the heck do you throw in your post-workout meal? Well, let's say that you work out after you have breakfast. Well, guess what? That snack that you normally have planned, maybe we're going to turn that into the post-workout meal. Or maybe you find that you work out at a time where it's in between, the snack and the lunch, and you are going to have a smaller post-workout meal because you plan on eating a whole food meal within an hour after finishing your workout. That's absolutely fine. There is no rule that says that you have to follow exactly 5 to 6 meals a day, and they cannot move, and you cannot, cut them in half and have one half before and one half after. That's not at all what the rule says. This is about being flexible and making it fit into your lifestyle. There are times when I wake up, I have breakfast, and maybe an hour later I'm going to be working out. So I might have half of my post-workout shake prior to my workout just to make sure I have enough, energy and fuel in there, because maybe I had a light breakfast. And then after my workout, I'm going to have the other half of that. So maybe I'm looking at 100 calories before my workout and 100 calories after my workout, and that's fine. But that 100 calories after my workout does not mean that I wait 3 hours to eat again. Heck no, is 100 calories of a liquid post-workout meal going to tide me over? I'm probably going to be eating again in the next 45 to 60 minutes. That's how you use this. Your post-workout meal does not have to be a whopping 500 calories. It could be 100 calories, as long as you're getting nutrients into your body, and especially if you plan on eating a whole food meal after that, that's a supportive meal, and you don't want to, find yourself pushing everything down and making your daily meal schedule go all awry. Okay? So when it comes to meal planning, this counts. It has calories. Figure out where to put it in and adjust the rest of the calories of the meals that day in order to make this work. Final notes. Make sure that you rehydrate after your workout. This is just as important, because when we are working out intensely, we know that we are excreting a lot of water through perspiration, and that needs to be replaced. A dehydrated body cannot function properly. It will function slower, the recovery process is slower, etc. Make sure that you have at least 2 glasses of water, and that's like 8, let's just say on average, 8 ounces of water post-workout, making sure that you get yourself rehydrated, and then continue on with your water intake for the rest of the day. That is all I have to say about post-workout nutrition, and my gosh, I sure hope that cleared up a lot of questions that are out there. If you do have more questions about this, feel free to leave them below, and I will make sure to get them answered. I appreciate your patience with working through the post-workout nutrition science and trying to figure it out, how to put it into your meal plans, but I hope that by now this all is coming together and making sense to you. It's just one more piece of the puzzle, and it's another area that we experiment with and tweak in order to find what works best for us. Get it in there and see what a difference it makes to your recovery process and how much more you can do the next workout, and in turn, how that affects your results.